Gentlemen, welcome to Caledonia Esports Apex Legends Summit Matchpoint Finals. After 7 weeks of teams battling it out, we have finally reached Matchpoint Finals. Either way, I do believe the two lovely casters that are going to be joining you for this game are Mark of G and it's me, Ben B. So luckily, you will have 100% undivided attention. I do apologise. I do.
Me and Hodge down the bottom here in our jersey.
I'm the only one who's not put effort in here. You did a Twitter poll. Golds has got a little suit on. Mark's got some of the Christmas jumper on, and I've just got home from college and gone, right, let's cast some Apex. Honestly, it's great. It's great to see everyone, dressing up for the occasion here.
Be interesting to see. But we've got observers and everything, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to hear things in our ears like we do with production side of things. We also have me, myself, and Ben. Ben's not getting the luxury of watching an observer view this time because of Cap, but we can still watch it from this side, and the joys of trying to share multiple screens. We'll see what we can do here.
Absolutely. So, as we can see here from the Red Cartel, they are going with what is probably the two most popular picks at the moment in terms of the competitive Apex. You've got the Gibby Newcastle, and then either using the Pathfinder or the Catalyst. Red Cartel opting for the Catalyst, which obviously offers a slightly different rotation option and defensive option than that of what Pathfinder will. As the map beacon has been hit, and they've hit it just slightly too early, but as we can see from that scan, it is going to be moving to the north. And I mean, you've now been watching Apex for a few weeks. I'd like to get your... I was about to say, get your opinion.
I was going to say, I've got the buttons selected now. I'm sorry, I figured it out.
Up to wall. What are your thoughts on wall endings? Have you been a bit able to cast many of these in your time?
To be honest, I have not seen a wall / just ending. We've kind of seen one kind of close towards a north pad side of things, but not the wall north pad way. So it's going to be an interesting one for sure. The kind of like mountain on the right hand side there with the little internal bits. I'm pretty sure we've seen a good fight there towards Lightning Rod in the last match, but yeah, it's going to be a difficult one for me to understand how this will play out.
I think 100%. I think it's going to be good to watch this, as we are seeing here. Gen X Orbital. This is the team which managed to make it to the finals, but not really with the best placement. And somehow they just managed to get Down Beast with one of the later picks. It was pretty insane to see how long Down Beast actually went without being picked in the first place.
Yeah. I'm going to see if we can jump over somewhere else first of all, because I'm pretty sure we've seen a lot of bills are nearby, but that's just spiders that we're fighting. I did see a few shots going off somewhere, but they've got to get their evil up somehow, right? And that's a good start way to do it, is get some extra points on the board, which will give you that blue shield as quickly as possible. But yeah, we'll keeping a look left, right, and center. 4 different monitors. We're looking at every single POV we could possibly do at this point in time with the amount of observers we can get in. So I mean, for me, it's going to be interesting. You can at least watch multiple observers as well, Ben. So that's always a bonus.
It is good. Can I just very quickly just get a tech question on your half? How exactly do I see all 4 screens at once? Because at the moment, it's only allowing me to see 1.
Yeah, so on your top right-hand side of the Discord, there's a bit, it's got a little drop-down. Yeah, it's like 3 dots, and there's a bit that says focus along it. You could go focus to grid.
Show non-video. There we go.
And then show non-video when you get them all.
As we are seeing the first team go down there, and that is Toaster Mister fighting the team at Sinote. That is unfortunate for Sinote, but it was something that straight away Toaster Mister did mention, that they were going to basically ape the team from Bean. So Toaster Mister with their first kills on the board, they're going to be very happy with that.
Yeah,
as
definitely.
We are seeing as well, Spicy Chicken has taken down Merc, and Peen right now having to pop that Newcastle ultimate. Newcastle Reds coming out, and Merc is back on his feet. Gibby Bubby is surely going to go down very soon if it hasn't been used already. And just some big fire coming down from Spicy Chicken and the KCL Koalas with that scout from the height. But the KCL Koalas right now are going down to just 1. It's just down to their Gibby. The bubble fight goes down, and it is not enough. The Peen have taken out the KCL Koalas, and we have got our second squad eliminated from this lobby. Peen pretty happy with that after their first player, Merc, did get taken down by a lot of the long-range shots.
You know the annoying thing about the whole thing, mate, is it doesn't say what number they are. It just says name. It just says at 13. That's the drop zone. That's the annoying part. That's not their number on the screen. So
That is not
gonna
the
be
number on
hard.
the screen, no.
Yeah, that is the annoying part. I've been trying to switch over to them, thinking, right, what team are we looking at here? But yeah, it's
we got some casting going anyway, as we do see Yukon on the screen at the moment. They are vibing over in Wall, and I think that they're going to be pretty happy once they see where this is going to
Team
be
20
going.
getting shot up. Round everyone away.
As we are seeing the lowest seeded team in this lobby getting shot at right now. Liver Sports is Anti are taken out, unfortunately, so that is a bit of a shame for Anti. They're a team which I know that in my Twitch streams I've been having a little bit of chat from the Anti team, hyping themselves up that they're going to be winning this today, but that is not the start that they're going to be looking for.
oh, definitely not. A couple of teams falling, as we've seen early. It's not the way you want to start the matchup. 4 teams down already. 2 Minute Esports is the most recent one to be eliminated.
And
Good
that
ones
is by the
coming.
Dogs of Hell taking them out there, Huctify and co. And I had to say, Dogs of Hell right now, currently playing with a Gibraltar, but then also a Lifeline and a Rampart. A little bit of a different composition that we're seeing. So it'll be exciting to see how these guys get on. And if they're able to bring a little bit of that fire that Hell provides to their competition.
I'm going to have to kind of use the map side of things here, and we'll jump on board with Zipline Destroyers here, because they're near a couple of enemies there just beside Bones and that, but they're going to get through that command center quite well, and relatively unscathed so far. But Boinky Bridge, though.
Boinky with a little bit of an evac play. Is there going to be anybody in this building is the question. A bubble, a short... Oh my gosh, he's over jumped there, it looks like a little bit. No, he is going to be moving over to the next nut. And they have made it in for now. So we are seeing the Nappy militants now over in the trenches, a fair way away, with really nobody else nearby for the meantime. There is Gen X obviously sitting in those hot dog buildings, but Nappy militants currently playing on the very edge of zone. And as mentioning, this is going to be a wall pull, and it'll be interesting to see on the map here, actually, where this next ring is going to be pulling. If it's going to stay within wall, or if it's going to be going up onto the hillside a little bit. And it is indeed going to be going out of wall, up onto the hillside, towards Zoo Station. And this here is a really interesting ring to watch, because those teams that have now positioned themselves up on the height are going to have that massive advantage over those teams having to go up the hill. And the use of abilities such as the Pathfinder and the Catalyst are going to be so useful in order for teams to ensure that they're actually able to get up that hill without being shot at by
Team
others.
at 18 are getting sent on.
As in the chat, we do see Nilas from Peen going down. St. Nessie are the team fighting against them, and it's just down to one more player who is eliminated. Peen are out, are taking down their enemies right now, and unfortunately for St. Nessie, that is a team that did come from the losers 2 bracket, and they're feeling the wrath there of the Peen.
Definitely not the best position to be in here as well, but there we are. We've got Gen X Ballistics up top here, trying to ping some shots there. They've got the purple Evo shield. The only person that doesn't have it is Rim. It's trying to add that score. He's only 79 points away from that, so one more shot pretty much will almost guarantee that purple shield, as well as they're holding quite well up here up top. They're pretty much in zone ready, waiting, but outside the zone.
I was about to say this here. Gen X Orbital, I believe it's going to be Nappy militants. We did see earlier who were trying to rotate up towards the down beast and playing on that very edge, and Orbital are going to be very happy right now, because that man is just in the middle of absolutely nowhere. Surely they take him down. I mean, the fact that he's still alive right now is actual insanity.
Yeah, he almost takes out Akuzi as well. It gets him still weak. He has to pop the help from his teammate to get that bubble out as well, just to pop that shield once again. But
and that is not...
Team 16 is getting pushed.
This is for Gen X Orbital right now, it's absolute dire straight, because they were in the great position. You had Nappy militants just in the middle of the ocean. However, they're now being forced to pop a Newcastle ult that is not in a very good position. It's right in the middle of the ocean themselves, and they're going to be really struggling right now.
yeah, they're definitely struggling here. Nappy Miller's just putting lots of pressure down on them. They're having to pop that Gubby shield once again, but you see the players rotating around him. Rimmums is in the background as well, and This could be a good rotation here for Nappy Milton, so they look to get in with the Newcastle all themselves. They get in front of them and get themselves in a position with a massive one shot comes off. That is absolutely massive, and that is Gen X Orbital out of the match. He's teabagging as well. Oh, Merrimans. What are we witnessing?
I mean, it was just you had to say that Gen X Orbital there were in the better position. They were shooting at people who had zero cover at all, and they just couldn't finish them off. It was such a tough one there to watch. And you have to say all credit to the Nappy Militants for not only surviving, but thriving in that instance. And a beautifully placed Newcastle ultimate to take down the Orbital. As we are seeing in the chat there, the Zipline Destroyers are eliminated.
Zipline Destroyers, the most recent team to fall. You can see FDR here trying to ping players up top from wherever that is in the zone. I don't even know who their enemy is. Let's have a look. It will be Dogs of Hell that are the opposite side of them, down in that zipline area. Just trying to hold their building. They've got the shields on the doors. They're pretty much solidifying it here in this side, this building for now.
And as we mentioned here, this slightly different composition from the Dogs of Hell, currently playing the Rampart and the Lifeline. Obviously offering slightly different things to that the Newcastle and the Pathfinder or the Newcastle Catalyst is able to offer. And it's going to be interesting to see how, if they get to this end zone, particularly that Sheila is going to sing when it comes to putting down fire and vengeance on the opposition.
Yeah, Sheila has definitely been singing in recent games we've seen as well. We've seen some people tear it up with that as well, and it's been phenomenal to watch, but not very many people picking that as a legend. There is one or two normally in the match if we're lucky, but still.
I think that for me, the what Sheila really needs is the ability to potentially destroy Gibby bubbles. I think that's really what the issue is. When you've got things like Gibby bubbles or Newcastle ults, they've got so much health. A Sheila wall in comparison is really not going to be anywhere near as useful, and particularly with the setup, and then obviously the Sheila gun itself, just not being able to do as much damage as they could do with so many other shield options in the game. It does make it slightly less useful.
Dude, you see the mechanics there while you were chatting there as well. Tossimus, I thought he was going to die with that storm there. He was getting enough of the meds, and he even ziplines onto the zipline. That's phenomenal bit of skill there to get that. I'd have missed that 5 or 6 times trying to attempt that and miss and die. But that's a good bit of skill.
As we are seeing in the chat, FDR actually getting a little bit of a knock with a triple take. For me, a triple take is a gun which I've actually been really enjoying this season. I think particularly with the fact that up close you can almost use it as a bit of a shotgun, and particularly in this meta, it's very useful. As Peen is also being taken down to 2.
Oh, Peen, that's a rough position. Let's see if we can get on board there. Neelis is the one to fall first, but it's Merc and Kayomi left inside that bubble.
And it's just now down to Merc. And it's against Toaster Mister of all teams.
Oh
Merc
my god, he's got 2 though.
Popping off with the Mastiff.
Oh my god, is he going to get the other? He does.
Down 1. Merc, with 1 player left. What can the Peen do? Oh, and the Vengeance, they have entered the Peen zone, and Toast and Mister have absolutely succumbed. Beautifully done there. A little bit of a love pump from the Peen and Merc. Absolutely beautiful.
Oh my, Merc just with a 3-piece all to himself to take out Toast and Mister. Our favourites in this game, in this lobby for the match point, and all of a sudden they just couldn't find his shots on Merc. He's got everything off, but now he will eventually fall almost instantaneously getting out his own.
Oh my
the Dogs of Hell.
Absolutely beautiful play. I mean, Merc, during the group stages, was talking himself up as the bubble fighter, the shotgun fighter, and he is proving that tonight, having moved over onto MNK for tonight, as they're having to bring in a sub who is a roller player, and so he has jumped over to MNK, proving himself as such a capable player in this meta, as the Alberti Alpaca is unfortunately going down to 1. And it's just down to our Rampart player from the Alberti, who is just going to be hiding in a corner and hoping to survive.
Yeah, the enemy that's nearby is Liverports. They've got a couple of kills going that way, but they're not going to chase that one down for the final kill at this point in time. He just got away at the right time.
Liversports at the moment.
Someone's getting so much smaller though. They've got Luxer. Omen have knocked him over here, trying to get some shots off here. It's going to be
Team
the
15
Pathfinder that's
might
going
be
to
in
zip
trouble
line out of the
soon.
way. So that's it. Charge Life on top and Sentinel. They're trying to get down on their team below, which is going to be the Boinky Bridge, and they're just staying alive inside this tiniest little space. They're going to have to give away at one point because that zone will start coming in 16 more seconds, and people are going to have to start making rotations. There we go. You can see it. The zip line coming out. Boinky Bridge tried to make that zip line. Obviously, the extra boost it gives you, the extra health, it kind of stops you from
Can you
taking
turn up game
damage.
audio on stream?
But yeah, I can definitely do that.
But as we see here, Boinky Bridge, the Gibby Bubbles goes down, the Newcastle ult comes out. And as we did see, that energized zipline really almost just keeping them alive there. If it wasn't for the energized zipline, that Pathfinder probably would have been dead due to the fact that he lost all of his shield and probably would have
Beam
lost
12
most of his
winning
health.
hill.
Boinky Bridge here, locking it down in this corner, and we are seeing Remy taking so much damage. Down goes the Gibraltar. Pathfinder is currently having to heal up. And so much damage also being taken by Boinks on the Newcastle. Well, what can Remy do here? He swings around that corner, trying to...
And there's
Oh my gosh, the Gibraltar ult comes down. This is surely going to be the end here for the Boinky Bridge. How is Remy not taking damage is the question.
Oh,
And it is the
there we
Nappy Militants
go.
who do push up. And Nappy Militants with more kills. They're going to be looking very happy. Currently 5 kills to the hands here of their Newcastle player. And Nappy Militants, obviously with that great fight against Gen X Orbital over
Team 17
near the
fighting.
trenches. It's going to be great to see how the Nappy Militants are now going to be pushing up. They are going down themselves, and it's the worst possible player to go down. It is your Newcastle. As Luxor with a Havoc fresh off playing in the BLGS finals. He is going to be feeling himself for sure.
Yeah, he's definitely causing some havoc there down below, but knocked him in a good position here. We're in the top 8 so far. They've got a couple of kills, but our kill lead, let's see who we are, because it's going to be Nappy Militants, of course, because they've been absolutely phenomenal so far. But Exy, he's got 5 kills to his name. And yeah, Nappy Militants looking like the stronger squad so far, but in a very sticky, difficult position here to try and get out from.
One thing I've actually just seen here on one of the
Team
observers,
17 big fight.
Gen X Basilisk are in a massive fight, and Gen X Basilisk has just been absolutely wiped off the face of this earth. Not only by nades, but by
BMA getting sent.
piercing spikes and other things, as well as the Nappy Militants are now trying to plan their rotate up the hill. It is going to be a bit of a tough one for them, as they are going to be going up against the Old Men of Noctem, as the Red Cartel do fall to the hands of Bart.
To the hands of God. I love it. To the hands of God.
Knocked him
There
in
you go.
Nappy Militants.
Oh, knocked
Down.
him and fall.
Oh, man,
There's
it's
2 players down. It's down to charge. Oh, he's someone. Can he stay alive here? The answer to that is no. It is going to be our boys in Nappy Militants finding them kills on Noctum, and that's going to give them into that top 5 here for the squads. 7 kills going the way of Nexa as well, or X. Bexa? Whatever you pronounce it.
He's looking very good, and that is at least 10 kills for the team, as he has got 3 assists himself. So a minimum of 10 kills, potentially more, as the Nappy Militants are going to continue
13
this
kills so
aggressive push
far.
up the hill. 13 kills we hear. An absolutely insane performance, as we are seeing Miracums with the Havoc takes a huge amount of damage, and it's the Blood Wolves who are above them, trying to hold off this push up onto the height.
Are we going to see any opportunity here? I might have to turn the game volume up in Apex before the next
He might
match for
send
it to
them.
be playing out, but everything is going down. All of the ults going being pop, and Liverports are going to start jumping on down. He's got the double Mozambique. Not as powerful as it was, but he can still use it to cause some damage here as he jumps on down in behind a rock, but he will fall. His teammates are going to have to try and support him here, as Barrett is the one close by with the Newcastle ult. Will get out of the way for a second, but his teammate will fall, and Liverports will fall. FDR now the team to look down and below. Sword Dogs of Hell, there's down to 3 more squads left in such a weird scenario. It's such open space, bar that one big rock pretty much in the middle of the whole zone.
This is what I mean by it's such a difficult zone. And it's one that actually the team that we mentioned really early on that Rampart pick are actually benefiting from, by the fact that they've come from the height, currently where FDR are resided, and they've moved down slightly, taken a bit of positioning with those Rampart walls, and have now got the opportunity to potentially sing. as FDR have now got the ultimate height and are able to look down. Potentially a misplay here from the Dogs of Hell, who were sat up here for so long, have moved their ways down, and 1 kill already to the hands of FDR. But Romanov has gone down as well.
How in the world did Romanov fall there? That was crazy shots there coming up from the Mastiff there in Minimums. But the way that they have been playing, you'd expect it to be pretty nasty here as Nappy Millions will finish Dogs of Hell off, and it'll be down to one more team left alive. And they're going all out into this. They're going to get the kill. Nappy Militants, ladies and gentlemen, will take map number 1. And I don't even know, what was that? 16, 17 kills, I think, to end with? Wow.
At least 16 or 17. It was absolutely dominant performance from Nappy Militants, all starting with that fight against Gen X Orbital that they should have lost. 100% in my opinion, that was a fight which Gen X Orbital did throw, with Nappy Militants just standing in the ocean and they're not able to get the down on that player. Nappy Militants had the opportunity to reset, put pressure, and a really aggressive Newcastle ult in that early fight to take the fight to the Orbital, allowed them to gain a bit of confidence and take that into an impressive end game.